Let's see if we can't do something about my boredom.
Boys, howdy, talk about some skill ups now. What if every fight could be like that? So you didn't miss an episode. You're joining me in Grindia Res, we'll call it. I decided in between the end of the last episode where I just saved here by Mysidia. Hold on, Ricard, had to get him unstoned. Son, he's got work in the morning. But I wanted to fight a couple of fights and just grind some of these spells up that we've been learning these days. And it's real boring and tedious. Like, trust me, it wasn't fun. And I only fought like 4 battles, but I did get the shit kicked out of me some, so our characters got a little hardier. But as you can see, Ultima's now level 6. Swap was so close to leveling that I just went ahead and made it level 6. So that's good. On Maria, we got Flare up to level 6, so I can just start using it and not, have to worry about clicking them over and over. So that's a good thing. And of course, Berserk all the way up to 7. Who could say no? And Gus is just, his holies just keeps growing, son. His holy in his hands. How are your hands, Gus? Son, he's like that episode of Metalocalypse where the one dude, the guitarist, Squeeze Scar, was that his name? Was going to play at this like or do this like online tutorial, but like his hands, his hands were insured for so much that they had to be like encased in like protective casing, and I think he had like a shrimp allergy or something. It was very odd. That show always leaves you feeling very odd. Oh, I forgot you're no longer going to tell me I'm in Mysidia, son. They ain't the same no more. Mysidia ain't like it used to be. Look at this garbage sitting in my inventory like it belongs there. Why am I carrying a mithril helm and 2 aura tomes? Does anyone want to learn aura? Speaking of aura, why didn't anyone tell me that part 6 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime started? Stone Ocean. Although I think it's supposed to be Stone the Free, because that's what the lady says. The aura lady, we'll call her. No spoilers, but I've been having a good time watching it. Okay. Selling garbage at the weapons store. I find that the most professional and least dating of thing you can do when I think I might have been carrying these because I was like, oh, I could use them during like a tense battle and I didn't really need the money, I guess. If that's the intentions, it's stupid. But just talk about current anime you're watching when you're doing your Let's Play. That way when somebody's watching us in 2038, they could be like, JoJo's? It sounds so familiar. The ancient texts summon them. I'm pretty sure by 2038 we'll be summoning ancient texts. Maybe 2138. This just gives you some leeway. I've been trapped in this building by an NPC. I've never had that happen before. The Emperor saw, I've already destroyed that. You're so behind the times. I thought he said a new power glove within you. I was like, they did another one of those fucking things? What are you two chatting about over here? We're taking a stroll. It is insane. What do you say to that? Were you even paying attention? Look, they drifted apart. It's not my fault. I figure there's one last chance to hang out in Mysidia. Well, that's not true. We could always come back here later. After we go to Palamecia and kick the Dark Knight in the dick. Okay. What do you know about Palamecia? The king of Palamecia declared that any man who could enter his castle could marry his daughter. Many failed attempts were made, but a man with a bag of hot air landed on the roof. The princess and the man floated away together. I was going to assume that was Paul, the legendary thief, who's our good friend, but he said he flew up there with a kite, and I don't know if he got any hot ladies while he was up there either. What do you know about the cyclone? It's like, that's a current event. I'm in ancient texts. Okay. All right. We're finally ready for ye old adventuring. I said that, but I needed a big swig of water. So I figured I'd be an excuse to let y'all hear the map. Flying around in my airship that's always been mine. I told you in the first episode, the first time we stepped out of Altair onto the world map, and Sid fucking buzzed by us. Oh, that the airship would one day be mine. I believe we're flying straight towards Palamecia. We are. Okay, this is kind of a long dungeon, and we can't leave it except for the very first floor we enter on, which is going to be like the 7th because we're landing on the roof. You can warp out of there, but if you do, you appear like down here, and the airship's like all the way back at Altair, so you have to hitch a chocobo. We don't really have any more reasons to ride a chocobo anymore. Isn't that sad? He's just in there working. They hadn't retconned it into Queh yet. We'll learn more about chocobos later in the future of Final Fantasy. Let's save our game. Let us save. Our Lord Sakaguchi, who art in Square Enix. Okay, we gotta land right on the roof. It's so hard to aim. Is this the roof? Nope. Is this the roof? It is. Okay, we're here in this fucking dungeon. Hold on, I gotta get my ancient text on the same page as me. Ancient text, here it is. So we're standing up here. We're actually, if we could get through that wall right there, we could just walk up the stairs and be in the throne room where the Dark Knight is hanging out, pretending he's so fucking cool. Son. Bragging about how he's good friends with Heath Ledger. I would Golem. That's like an enemy? You think I want to fight? Really? That's kind of insulting. But it gives me an excuse to cast Ultima. Ultima! I'd like to cast just Flare, but he's so weak to fire that the fire spell will do much more damage. A respectable amount of damage, I'd even go so far as to say. Ricard, you cast your little level 1 fire spell. It'll be so adorable. It'll be like when your kid wants to pretend he's helping you with your carburetor. You're like, that's real neat, champ. How about you go get your old man a highball? Slap your mom on the ass for me while you're in there. She'll know who it's from. Okay, can kill this man. No, he's asleep. He missed church because he was asleep. Boys, that almost happened to me a couple of times, but my grandma would appear at the foot of my bed like a creepypasta. And she's like, Benjamin, get up. Church time. I'd go from being unconscious to being sprayed with hairspray to keep my hair in place. So I'd just be in like a daze all throughout Sunday school. God, it's been a long time. When I was a little kid, like my mom would comb my hair like properly, parted on one side or whatever. And she would load it with hairspray. And in my hair, I felt like a Lego man. Like I could just pick my hair up off my head. We just fell to first floor. I'm glad it told me. I like to think it's like a stereotypical elevator voice. Fell to first floor. Firion somehow... Oh, I know why he has more MP. It's because you'll notice that fight that y'all joined me in. I was fighting some of them gangly eyeball slimes, which are a recurring Final Fantasy enemy that started in Final Fantasy II. That's right. Y'all are having a hard time pretending to hate this game these days, aren't you? You're like, no, you're doing a good job. There's a diamond plate armor nearby that I don't give a shit about, so we're going to ignore it. The number 1 stairs, I believe, just lead to a hatchet of some kind that I don't really care about. Is that true? The ancient texts are so hard to decipher when you're simultaneously trying to entertain people on the internet. It's almost like I should have read it in advance. Actually, the sad part is I did, but I just don't remember all that. Oh, the one leads to an hourglass item. I don't give a shit about that. I've got to kick the Emperor. No, wait, the Emperor's dead. I already kicked him in the dick so hard he fell into hell. I hope Satan's down there kicking him in the dick for us. Well, look at this fucking crowd. I forgot to take Ricard out of the back row again. Okay. Here's how this crowd's going to go down. You're getting attacked. She's weak to fire, so once again, Flare is like the most powerful black magic spell that's non-elemental, so nothing will be weak to or resist it, which is good. But the thing is, if an enemy has an elemental weakness and you have a spell of the same level, it's going to do much more damage. Quite more damage, even. I'd go so far as to add. You're going to attack that one, and you can help make sure, because these things are weak to ice. In case Gus's holy hands aren't quite enough. Well, Furian's fucking sword apparently weren't quite enough. He's got the defender sword, I believe. Even a level 1 little feller blizzard did that much damage. Gus is getting slapped around like Manus. He don't give a shit. He goes in the Safari Zone and covers himself in Scyther bait. You'll look over there and he'll be taking a nap. And there'll be 3 or 4 of those fucking things going, Scyther! And fucking going aboard him. He doesn't even care. He just laughs to himself. Ah, Gus. There, but for the grace of Gus, go I. Alright, you crowd are in charge of punching all this shit to death. Why don't you cast a cure spell, Ricard? Be real useful. He did it. Dragoon magic! It's no Reese's wind, but I've learned it's not fair to compare the Dragoons of Final Fantasy to each other, because some of them reign so supreme. The others could only hope to bask in their glory. Alright, put Ricard in the front row before you forget. Look at that. Respectable cure magic. Alright, we're running all the way around. Oh no, we missed. Hey guys. You look like a bunch of assholes we're going to kill. And here's how we're going to do it. I think you should attack her. And I think you should cast fire on the other vampire girl. You should... Let's see if either Gus or Ricard could one-shot a Mantis. He did it, boys. Gus, you gotta do it. Put the Father in one hand, the Son in the other hand, and the Holy Ghost in your forehead. And just run over there and start punching and headbutting that thing to splinters. It couldn't have much more HP than that, is the sad part. Because Ricard did like 700 something, and so did Furion, and they killed it. Okay. Nothing to it. Well. Oh, it's 2 of these little fellers. If each of them killed 25 men, 50 men between them, he, like, berserked right to start with? I don't care for that, sir. Alright, sorry for the complete silence, but right at the start of that fight, my upstairs neighbor started doing their water bending practice again. So there's just been water going through the pipes the whole fight. I didn't get to comment on Gus's girthy 2000 damage hit, and the fact that both Furion and Ricard got agility ups. What a good time we had in that battle. Good times battles. I guess we could split the cure in between the crowd. Well, his is already 6, so... I'm glad Cure's not a spell we have to set and grind in battle like the other ones. It's just used naturally throughout the game. We found a haste tome, you'll notice. So, honestly, who would I even... I'm not going to grind that another spell up. So who would I even teach it to? I believe it's a black magic spell in this game. Her stuff's already full. You got an open slot, Furion? Oh, fuck it. We'll just teach it to Furion. Why not? That's the first one we found in the game. Okay. Keep on keeping on. Well, you know about this floor at the ancient text. I've got the ancient text. So 2 comes out over here, and then we've got to go all the way around. Okay, got it. There's like a knife and a buckler in these chests. I don't know. I think that Sakaguchi just trolling you. He's like, oh, near the end of the game, you want good armor? Well, too bad. Those look like the knights that kicked our ass at the beginning of the game. I wonder. Of course, those wooden quote-unquote knights we fought earlier used the same model, so who knows. I believe those were called Dark Riders that we fought at the beginning of the game, though. It's a more different horsebound knight that kicks your ass. If Spike Spiegel were here, he'd be like, man, I love a knight lady on a horse that can kick my ass. It's like, the knight lady or the horse? And Spike just nods. And so, like, this was Chat talking to him. He just leaves so confused. You're gonna punch that one. Preemptive strike. That was a critical. Damn, the both of them getting crits didn't take those boys down. They're tough. Even if they're not the actual horsemen that kicked our ass at the end of the game. They're fairly tough. The fairly tough brothers. Would direct a movie about them. It's like, man, have you seen the new Fairly Tough Brothers movie? That shit was tight. They made a reference to bullet time from The Matrix. Could you believe it? They're the first ones? No, I've never seen 90% of movies that have come out. Why do you ask? Gus, you punched wrong. And it's on me. Because I'm the one who guided your holy hands. Alright. There's the hourglass that we gave up on. What a shame. Well, I don't know if I want to fight 3 of these little fellers. Should we try to run away? Is it worth it? Furion's got agility for days. We're going to do the Hail Mary. Tell you what. Furion's more likely to run away, so he'll try. And in the meantime, you can berserk everybody. And you can blink everybody. Because Furion will go first. And you could try to run away too. Well, that was really easy, son. Cotton Heel, Jean. It's not my lover. We're in the Pillars room. Okay, there's an optional item here that I want to get for obvious cool guy reasons. That's the price you pay for having a dash feature. There's like spooky skulls and plants. Okay, how do we want to go about fighting these spooky skulls and plants? Let's use magic. The magic of Ultima. Alright, those things in the back are weak to fire. I bet skeletons hate getting obliterated with holy magic, so that's what we're going to do. And you help Furion fight that one. Skull! Yeah, I'm starting to think Ultima might be as shitty as they say. At level 6, doing 160 damage. I'm glad we tested it. And by that I mean I sat in battles for like 45 minutes, cancel selecting. Okay. Actually, you can finish that one off. I'm sure of it. And just in case you can't, old Gus is going to come swinging. Gus coming running down the hall, like windmilling both his arms, yelling, "I'm not hitting you if you walk into my hands." He's envenomed and confused. That's fine, the plant's dead. Although he might not get stat ups now. We have so much money, but nothing to do with it. We'll just have to buy as many elixirs as we can before we go in the final dungeon. Just start using them as regular cure potions. I was trying to click on Ricard's magic. Cure yourself, sir. The only way you can have self-respect is by restoring your own HP. I'd say Ricard's done fairly well being the 4th slot character. Of course, he's your 4th slot character for a while. Well, ain't you crowd lucky? Amoebas. I've fought Hecht Eyes. They're like your opposite color palette. You're like the shiny version of them. Why am I still leveling Ultima? We leveled Ultima intentionally as a joke. My magic scaling based on your other spell levels is busted, making me the victor. Level, grind that flare spell if you're so great. It is sad. Imagine how sad it is for the characters in the game. They're in this like life or death world struggle. And they went through all this shit. One of their good friends, Minwu, sacrificed himself and all this shit to get that Ultima Scroll. And Firion put in like all the time to level the spell. And then it turns out it's just flat fucking busted. It's heartbreaking. The only benefit I could think of is if we go up against some enemies that are very physical resistant, or Firion's in the back row or something, and he just needs to do a little bit of damage to him. The Thunder Spear, but a monster appeared. It's the Emperor! Actually, it's Imp Shade. So they wanted to be able to reuse that Emperor sprite, so they made this enemy that's just like a evil shade of the Emperor. You know how that is. You know how these evil shades of the Emperor are these days. Let's suck some fucking magic out of him, boys. And Ricard, you can just hit him. Preemptive strike. I think these things have like a couple thousand HP. They're undead. Are they undead? I think they are. I believe we're all going to lose MP from doing this. Yeah, I didn't plan on that very well. I forgot that they're undead, but they're not weak to fire. They're like the only undead like that. Well, I've got a flare tome, idiot. You didn't expect it, did you? How about some holy magic? I bet you don't like it. He's casting Death 8. The new Quentin Tarantino movie. Ricard, why? He took it like a champ, boys. Oh, wow. I'm glad I threw that book. Why are the book spells so terrible? It's the one thing we've noticed through the playthrough. Other than carrying like a cure tome for when you really need it. What do we need to be? I guess... Don't you have an item that hastes you? Yeah. Actually, he knows the haste spell as well, does he not? We can actually fucking use it. You do have your bow equipped, right? Yeah, you can just start shooting him. We'll have to give her one of our elixirs after the fight. Just keep casting holy on him, boys. Can hit more. Oh no! I didn't expect that. What an unexpected twist. We got into some serious shit. This guy's 1,000 times harder than the actual Emperor fight we did. Our only hope is that Gus... Oh no, I was going to say that Gus could kill him with Holy, but then I forgot to use Holy. You're doing it, Maria. Talk about contributions. That was a crit, you say? Indeed. Is it worth it to try to res Firion? Maybe. Oh, good lord, and we're cursed. This is a situation we fucking wandered into. Thank God. Okay, how are we going to go about this? You should uncure Gus with a fat Asuna. All you can do is melee. And you should just... I was going to say hit him with Holy, but you need to cure Furion as well. We need to play defensively. Not effective! Maria's cursed. Now she'll go from doing 4 damage to 2. God bless her heart. Oh, or she just won't hit him at all. This here, he might as well be the final boss. Are you sure you're the Emperor's Shade and he's not like a pale imitation of you? Use the Hermes shoes. And we'll go from there. Can you Asuna yourself? I do love that little thing it puts over their head. No, don't curse my boy. He's just trying to get hasty. We probably need Blink up too, and Shell. Okay, he's uncursed. That's a good thing. Alright, you're going to have to Asuna yourself now. You're going to have to carry that burden. Throw a Blink on yourself, son. You deserved it. Why? Please don't hit anyone with that death spell. Emperor Oni-chan. Thank you. She did a fat crit. Easy to dodge. Let's bet it all on Gus. I'm going to put Shell on him to give him the best chance of surviving. You just got to finish Holy and then the death. Lieutenant Morass, protect him, son. Oh, God. Even Lieutenant Morass can't protect you from getting the shit punched out of you. We might lose this fight, y'all. My unicorn, or my Hermes sandals finally gave up to at the perfect time. Perfect timing. Ultima's going to save us. I guarantee it. Or Fury can get dog shit slapped out of him. Can you run from this guy? Nah, probably not. We're just going to have to hope Maria gets lucky with a crit. I mean, we did a good amount of damage to him before we got fucking wiped out. Nah, that's pretty bad. Damn. I don't even have any return by death shenanigans. We're legitimately going to have to reload a save. Oh, God. The authenticity of it disgusts me. Okay, I think we'll do more better this time. We learned our lesson. I got cocky because I was real good at the game, quote unquote, but yeah, about that. Okay then, what are we going to put up there at your top spell slot then? We don't have haste anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't even know what to make his like default spell. Aura? No. Maybe we just won't grind spells on Furion anymore. You're like, oh, thank God. Was there anything we regretted not having while we were in there getting shit kicked out of us? No, I think if we just play better, we'll be alright. Well, at least we know what's going on this time. At least we know what's up. What's shaking. I wonder how many poor Japanese kids playing this game in the 80s were, like, perplexed on how to properly land on top of Castle Palamecia. I still want that Thunder Spear, though. We're just going to have to do a better job of dealing with the Emperor this time. Okay, Steel Golem is not going to be as easy to deal with as the Wood, because I don't believe they have any particular weakness. So let's just make everybody powerful and evasive and go from there. Just 2 unicorn horns, Your Honor. What more could a fellow want? At least it's a preemptive strike, so we'll be well buffed. So Lieutenant Morass has time to get here and get acquainted with everybody. I I've never actually watched the animated Star Trek series. When I refer to Lieutenant Maress, I specifically refer to the Eli the Plague of Gripes version. Her own original character, I'd like to say. There we go. Dead. 4-0 Ford. Not effective. Oh, it's the dead one. I thought that girl at the bottom was just like had caught Ricard's blade and was just staring at him with a confused look on her face. Even she didn't understand what the hell's going on. I like how I cast Berserk on everyone just for people to become very magically inclined, we'll say. Tell you what, I'll have Gus Punch for fun. That was a crit. Yeah, we should probably stick to magic in this guy. Good thing I know the ultimate magic, Ultima, that everyone's real impressed by all the time. I'm just going to have a card tag because I don't feel like selecting a magic spell. So, I mean, this is the instance where having Ultima at level 6 isn't terrible. Because it just let Firion do a little bit more damage than he would have done with his melee. What a time to be alive. Not an overall terrible fight when you think about it. Don't forget we could potentially just run away from these fucking people. Especially with a preemptive strike, son. Alright, put this man in the front row before I forget about him again. We gotta make up for lost time. Everyone can run away from you. Three of them, you say? Ambushed! We're gonna... Well, at least none of them cast their fucking powerful magics. Run away, punch, and run away. There we go. Just some silent curing as we think about things. Think about how the playthrough is going. We're almost to the end. Which means I'll finally be able to start actually editing these and uploading them for you. So December's going to be fucking packed. Non-stop infinite thrill ride of fun. For some of y'all, maybe. I'm sure there's a handful of y'all that have been sitting there keeping the dream alive. You're like that Twitter... that was just following Bayonetta 3 news, and it went like so many hundreds of days before they recently announced Bayonetta 3. You're like, TMVA Final Fantasy 2 coming up, guarantee it. Yeah, we need to run away from this crowd. I guess one of the main downsides of running away is if you do take damage, you get no benefit from it. Let's put you right there, Cure Spell. How's that sound? Since you get clicked on a lot. Since you're always the center of attention. Okay. I forgot which direction we were walking in for a second. It seems like they always reset Firion's overworld sprite to just be looking at the screen. Are we being punished for how much we run away? Sakaguchi's ghost doesn't care for it. We're also being paralyzed. Let's get the hell out of here. Hell yeah. Yeah, if you don't keep Agerian, doing my classic combining the words. If you don't keep Furion's agility up, then you end up either getting ambushed all the time or just having to fight every fight you come to. I feel like they're chasing us. That's a good idea for a JRPG mechanic, is when you run away, the same encounter keeps chasing you. And if you do it too many times, they get like a buff where they're just mad. Or is that legitimately what's happening? If we get into that fight again... Not too late, we're already here to the box. The death box. Okay. I'm not taking any fucking chances this time. Okay. Normally I'd at least have the respect. Okay, hold on. Okay, we know your shenanigans this time. We're not going to osmose and destroy our MP pools this time. I'm going to preemptively get some defense going. You berserk. Yeah, Furion will be doing the most melee. Well, Ricard, if he doesn't get immediately knocked off by a death spell, will probably could benefit from some. Blink us up and attack. Sorry, I'm too mature now to make candid jokes about Starfleet cat ladies when I cast shell magic. You're like, playthrough's over, boys. Oh. I flared my party? I guess I didn't click berserk like I thought I did. It's the Emperor's Shade's dark magic affecting our minds. I like to think Shell protect us. Lieutenant Mares can protect you even from yourself. Alright, you've got to Unsuna yourself. Preferably rather than later, as always. Oh wait, you were supposed to berserk the whole party. Not destroy them. I'm more confident with Gus. Hitting him with Holy. Holy hits Gus. Just this once. God damn it. Everyone's getting berserk. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's the correct choice for Gus. I'd say sending Gus to Holy Hell Camp instead of Monk Camp every year was a good idea. Alright, you're just going to have to keep trying to Unsuna yourself. You need to start contributing damage, Lily. And you crowd just beat the dog shit out of him. I wonder if it's because he's cursed that he can't Unsuna himself. Maybe it like lowered his stats too much. That's the excuse he can give at the very least. I would have Gus cast Unsuna on him, but he's got his hands full doing all the damage. He's got his hands full carrying the entire team. That little skull's like, nah, nah. You'll never cure your curse. Nah, Furion, I'm going to bite the back of your ear. He did it! That little skull boosted his adrenaline enough. Oh no! He just transferred him to Gus! Is Gus's Holy going to be half as effective now? I hope not. It was, but half a Holy was enough to kill that motherfucker. My god. I feel like we fought a boss. I mean, technically, that could have been a boss fight. And that's an enemy we can run into at a certain point. Just on the street. And then we got to make awkward small talk with him. Alright, curse is gone. No more little nya skull man floating over your heads for now. It's like beating Jason in the Friday the 13th NES game. It's like, you dispelled little nya cursed skull man for now, ... Unsuna will hurt little green skull man the most. Alright, and then one big final cure to make sure everybody's feeling good about the situation. Alright, well now that we've done that, we've got that Thunder Spear, which is a real good spear. Not only because it's a thunder-based spear and has high attack power, but when you use it in battle, I think it casts Thunder 16? I'm going to give it to Ricard, but unfortunately he can just hold it because he has no spear skill. We got Furion spears up to 5, but at this point in the game, the swords are the best weapon, unfortunately. Hopefully no cute Dragoon ladies are watching the playthrough to hear me say that. Alright, that crowd's done chasing us. It's nice to stop and fight a battle every now and then, I guess. Punching and punching and punching is good, yeah. Critical. I should have had Ricard. It doesn't matter. Maria managed to go before. Oh, damn. I had such confidence in her flare ability. There we go. Some good solid punches against that slimy amoeba monster. Everyone just attack it now. It's weak and alone and scared, so we can bully it to death at our leisure. Okay, alright. Yes, sir. It's good. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm just gonna run away. If I walked around the corner and there was like 2 horrific teethed plants and 2 floating ghost skulls all looking at me, I'd be like, you know what? I really ought to get going. It's you, crowd, again. And they ambushed us this time. They're gonna make sure we fight you. She's like, how dare you run away from me? I've been leaning over like the Michael Jackson all this time to impress you. Well, Ricard's confused. Alright, I don't feel like... No, you know what? It would be fun to humble this crowd a little bit, I suppose. Although, unfortunately... Oh, no, wait! I lie. I bet Furion could do damage with the Blood Sword. There's power, wonder-working power in the Blood Sword of the Furion. There we go. 9 hits for 90 damage. That's easy math. Unfortunately, he only got 1 hit. Because remember, that sword does 1/16 of the target's max HP per hit. You crowd cast too many fucking AoEs for being a big iron golem and a vampire lady. I'm just saying. Stay on brand. Alright, everybody wake up. Also, how did you not kill her with your powerful magics like you normally do? I'm just saying. Usually a fire spell from Maria is all it takes to humble that lady. I guess we just need better accuracy. The thing really is better used against just boss fights. Oh, or did Maria get put to sleep and never actually cast fire on the vampire lady? Is that the reason she's still over there smugly looking at us and casting her spells like anyone wants to deal with her? Here, you cure Furion. Since he's your party member soon. There we go. A good solid hit. And you should burn that bitch up after she ran over there and slapped Gus one last time. She's like, before I return to hell, I must slap this handsome holy man. Handsome holy man. An odd Guilty Gear character, but you have to admit you're going to have to look up later whether it's a real Guilty Gear character or not, because it sounds so much like it could be. You're like, God damn it. Tenfey is fucking OC nonsense. If you ever play Sonic Forces, we're all doomed. That's OC, the game. I can see why the kids like it. Alright, everything's going swimmingly. Smashing. Okay, now that we're upstairs and downstairs in our nightgown, there's a Saint Spirit, a Slumber Star. We could get a healing staff, which Remember, Final Fantasy 1 had a healing staff, but its main thing was when you used it in battle, it healed. It cast heal 2 on the whole party, or was it heal 1? I can't even remember. Well, the one in this game starts the Final Fantasy trend of the heal rod being a melee weapon that heals when you hit people with it. It would be very rude of me to not stop and murder a couple of snake ladies. They're not Lamia queens, so they won't drop the good shit. But they'll probably drop some adequate shit, I'd like to imagine, at the very least. We'll try punching them first, Gus. Lord help me. Oh god, they've got Sleep Punch. Oh no, she cast Blink on them. Good thing you can't fucking dodge flare magic. Oh no, he didn't do enough to kill her. After I got real proud and boastful. Okay, they're going to be hard as shit to hit now. This looks like a good job for our shitty Ultima spell. Oh yeah, don't forget that Ricard can finally use a spear like a dragon's supposed to by casting thunder. Or Bolt 16, hell yeah! I want to live in the alternate universe where the movie Bolt about the little dog, movie star dog was so successful that there's 16 sequels, son. It's like you can either go out to see the new Saw movie or the new Bolt movie. You're like, why are all these movies named after like metal objects? Alright, that was a responsible, respectable battle. We do need to start sucking some MP. Now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, this fucking floor. If we take... We wanted to go up the optional way because there's a cool sword we want. That's a return from Final Fantasy 1. God, I want to need to have it. Hey guys. Sorry, it's... Oh god. I like how I have enough agility to run away from fights, but like I'm still getting ambushed all the time. What a conundrum. And Gus is confused. I am too. Why are we still standing here dealing with this? Wow, they must have some fucking agility too. Always getting to go first. Thank God for speed up. Goodbye. Oh no, we have stopped cure again. I just cast a cure again. That is probably more than enough. Alright, get me my fat loot. Boom! The Sun Sword. Remember the Sun Sword? From the Mirage Tower? The red mages. Okay, now we're in for some shit. So that's a Lamia Queen. That's that boss we fought. That snake woman that we, quote-unquote, rescued Firion from her bed. And then there's a genuine quarrel. We fought Werepanthers earlier. Now, those have an ability called Blaster that they maintain throughout the Final Fantasy series that can just fucking kill you. And, of course, that snake lady can also just fucking kill you, or charm the party at the very least, is what I mean. We are keeping our fingers crossed because she can drop a ribbon. And she didn't earlier, so I'm hoping she does now. You... Berserk everybody. You... I don't know. If she's berserking everybody, you need to be punching. You attack that, you attack her. Damn. Not effective. That's good. Okay, good. Her charm is a single target. Okay, cool, 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 cool. So I'm going to have you attack her. You should flare him. You should make sure he's dead, and you should make sure she's dead. There we go. Still worth it to double up in this case, so we didn't get charmed. Alright, as far as super dangerous enemy encounters go, we fared fairly good. A lot of money dropped, which means, unfortunately, we didn't get any items. Just this worthless money. Now, the Sun Sword is a really powerful sword that's effective against undead. So I'm going to put that on Firion. Boosh. Which means we can give Ricard the hand-me-down Defender, which will help him stay alive since it does raise your evasion. And now if we encounter that Emperor Shade, Firion's equipped with a weapon that he hates. I'm trying to decide if I want to have her hands free so that if when I want to cast Berserk on the whole party, I can unequip the Ice Bow and then we'll land more stacks of it. It's probably the best idea that I've ever had. Or we could we never melee with her anymore. Let's just take the damn bow off of her. That's the correct choice. We know using that flare book is useless, so let's give her an elixir in case she runs out of MP again. You know, quote-unquote, accidentally. If she decides to use Osmost against a clearly undead enemy. It's almost like she's never played Final Fantasy. If we go all the way up to the top this way, I think there's just some, like, elixirs or something I don't care about. So we're going to go back downstairs and take the correct path. Hey, Lemias. Actually, we're going to be responsible and divide up in this manner. Because Ricard and Firion almost always go first. And so if the two of them can go ahead and take her down, we ain't got to worry about one of their attacks. The best defense in Final Fantasy is to murder everything before it could ever potentially hurt you. Even the things you love can hurt you in Final Fantasy if you're not careful. Oh yeah, Maria, we weren't supposed to ever be attacking you. She's going to get more hand points. Oh yeah, we need to be getting MP. A snake lady is a fine target to suck MP out of. Like a hard-boiled or a stewed hard crab. I mean to say. Who could use a cure? Just because I don't want him to accidentally kill her. There we go. MP absorb. She ran away. She saw that we were coming at her, licking our lips. She's like, I'm not letting any Warriors of Light suck my MP out of me. Okay. Everything's fine. And dandy. Are we going back? Yeah, we need to run all the way around this room now. I really don't feel like dealing with this crowd. Vampire Jean. It's not my lover, son. Oh, Lord. A big fucking mess of y'all. Yeah, that's going to be a big runaway. Have you met my favorite of Ozzy's generals? General Flea. Actually, I think Slash is cooler. They're both better than Ozzy. Good God. Just because there's 3 of you doesn't mean I still want to deal with your nonsense. No, thank you. Was the Light Warrior care for Lamia before retreating? No. No, thank you. Some cockatrices and flying rays, perhaps. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why can nobody run away from this crowd? That's awful. I don't want to fight this crowd. I keep trying to run away. And in the meantime, Gus can start blowing up the cockatrices. Because I don't think they can hit us because they're in the very back row. Maybe they're just unfleeable for some reason. Sometimes you can't escape your fate. Good thing Gus knew. He's the only one. We were all running away and he just stood there. Reading from the Bible. The good book, he calls it. He's like, what are you reading? Is that a good book? And Gus is like, oh, it's the best book. There's the Old Testament, which is all about punching people to death. And then there's the New Testament, which is about obliterating them with holy magic. Gus reads them simultaneously. He has those glasses that you could wear. Sony used to have a television that the gimmick of it was if two people were like playing a multiplayer video game and wore these special glasses, it was like they would see a different screen on the whole TV. Which is a real neat concept, especially if you went back in time and told it to your young self playing GoldenEye. But I assume it didn't catch on like most of that gimmicky shit, because, I mean, where are they now? But that's somehow Gus uses that technology to read both of those books at the same time. This is what I was trying to get across. He's like the lawnmower man. Am I running back? I think I am, because it points Furion in a random direction. Confused just long enough for these snake women to find me and ambush me. Furion's like, you know what, guys? I got it this time. I'll take the 4 of them in this bedroom and take care of them. And Gus is like, go save Furion. And he's like, no, Gus, you're all right. You've done enough. You deserve a chance to rest. Gus had a hard life. Okay, thank God we got away from them fucking crazy snake women. That's the 2 protagonists of Monster Musume and the Monster Girl Doctor. When they meet up at the pub, they're like, we got away from them fucking crazy snake women. Look how sad that Iron Golem and Black Knight were when we ran away. Okay. No, I think I went back down. Did I go back downstairs? It's the Emperor's Shades. Dark magic is affecting me in this timeline as well. He's like, oh, he's like Flowey, the flower. He's like, I know you reset after I killed you so that you could win. But your sins follow you into the next timeline, son. You'll never get true pacifist Final Fantasy II ending, son. You'll never be a big shot now, Furion. If they just put like 2 of those snake ladies. Okay. I know what we're going to do, what we've got to do. We've got to get some MP out of this crowd. Preemptive strike. Good job, Ricard. Did I mention recently how useful a spell Osmose is? You're like, what? Did you say osmosis or did you say osmose is? Did you say Abe Lincoln? Okay. Cool. Gus could stand to suck some more MP, but we'll get there. Alright, don't forget we're running down this hall this time. Oh no, it's the generals. So I mentioned these guys earlier. They're like the highest level of Imperial soldier. Well, which makes sense, because, you know, they're fucking generals. But they can drop some really good items if they don't beat the dog shit out of you. Let's see if we can prevent that from happening. Okay, we did take her bow off, right? Yeah, so she can cast good berserk magic on everybody. Gus is going to get everybody real blinky. It's like asking James Piner to describe that time he and the other James were doing 2v2 PvP in World of Warcraft, and they were both Tauren druids. To hear him tell it, it was quite the harrowing experience. James Piner was the DPS. He was the cat Tauren druid. In case you're wondering who did what. Fun times. 10 hits. Only Gus could have took that hit, and unfortunately he couldn't take 2 of them. Double, unfortunately, that he knew the highest level fucking blink magic. I'm not worried. Are you worried? Because I know I'm not. Okay, how are we going to go about dealing with this fucking crowd now? Unfortunately, Furion's blink is only level 1. He's just a level 1 blinker, son. You do that. You cast flare. You try to bring Gus back to life. Just so he can get killed again. Fuck. No, my God, why? Well, at least he took 1. And once again, couldn't take 2. Fuck. Should we try to run away? It seems so unsportsmanlike, but then again, I don't know if Firion can dodge enough hits to not get killed by this crowd. Yeah, we're going to have to try to run away. Damn. I should have fucking known better. Firion was doing a decent job. Okay. Firion's going to have to paladin up for a second and start curing himself while Maria deeps these fuckers down with flare magic. Or they could go before Firion this one time just to spite me. Oh, God. We are fucked. Just so y'all know, we are well and truly fucked. I don't know what she could even hope to cast to get out of this fucking situation. The only thing I could think of is we could try to restore Firion to life and then hope that he can dodge long enough to stay alive. Yeah, that's what I figured would happen. I feel like if we'd have chose other options, if only there was some way we could bite Zadusto a little bit back in the fight. How did it happen? We're being given another chance. Alright, how are we going to play it out this time? Even if it is really low level, blink yourself. I believe because we loaded a state, spoilers, they're going to both pile on Ricard again. The old double Ricard. Let's see if she can hit Gus with a life spell. And I don't think he's going to get a turn, but he might as well try. Oh my God, should he try? No, he did get his turn, although it didn't work. Oh, I think that happened last time, didn't it? Yep. Ah, oh, God damn it. Okay, then. Let's try something else. Boosh. Let's see. You should just bring him back to life. You should... I was going to say cure him, but he's probably... If he gets hit at all, he's just going to die. Nah, she needs to continue to do damage. And since you're going to die anyway, you might as well hit them with Bolt 16. Okay, if life's not effective, we've got to try again. I don't know, can we change the RNG by selecting to do things? Can Return by Death not even get us out of this situation, is what I'm trying to say. Life. Flare. I'm pretty sure Ricard's life is just never going to actually land on Gus. Yeah, not effective. He is taking different amounts of damage when they hit him, I've noticed. So it's not like perfectly locked in. Maybe there is a chance. I'll try a couple more times, and if it fucks up too bad, I've got to restart the entire dungeon because I don't have any other Return by Deaths set to earlier, unfortunately. If only I cheated harder. Mike Matei is just looking down on me, shaking his head. So ashamed. Okay, tell you what. We're going to have to go full-blown Firion. So you use the Hermes shoes. I believe we had already put Berserk on him, but let's put more stacks of Berserk on him. And you do the usual. Just hit him with Bolt 16. Can hit more. So the turn order was different that time. You'll notice they didn't... Usually Ricard goes and then they both just punch him to death. I guess their target is set in stone at like the beginning of the round. Okay, Furion, you can do it. Put a little power to it. Okay, if Furion just attacks and Maria just cures him every turn. I forgot that she's sub white mage. Okay. I think we found a solution to our problem. I forgot that Furion is hot shit when you throw a bunch of buffs on him. His fiery paladin blood burns hot with red mage ambition tonight. Yeah, that's probably about the easiest random fight in the game. Let's see if we get some good shit. Let's see if we get double rewarded. The dragon armor and the diamond helmet. That dragon armor is good shit. We weren't going to find that until like in the last dungeon. So the fact that we get that shit early is a good thing. Hot damn. Don't look at the blue at the bottom of the screen. Do I have to keep pretending that I haven't made the occasional save state in this run? Just look back to my poor... well, actually, when I played through Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link for my channel, I legitimately only made 2 save states, and they were both in the final fucking palace. But, you know, maybe if I know a real tough enemy's inside of a box, you know. Maybe return by death, slip him a few dollars. Maybe bites the dust, though, have him on speed dial. Mike Mateys hated. This man found a way to make his YouTube playthrough of an old-ass JRPG everyone hates a little bit more entertaining. YouTube commenters hate him. I'm leaving Ultima as his #1 spell because it's basically ornamental now. He went to all that trouble to level it up, so he's going to show it off if nothing else. Okay, well, I'm glad we have a good anti-sergeant strategy. Next time, the problem is Gus didn't live long enough to get to cast Blink. What is everyone's agility at these days? 59. 40. 15. And 41, okay. I kind of understand why we're getting the turn orders we're getting. Let's do this again. And keep on our merry way. No, Ben, you turned around. Oh, no, return by. That's the problem when you blatantly show that you have a save state is you feel emboldened to just use it. I forgot to put them in the front row. It don't matter, boys. Watch this shit. It's going to blow your fucking mind, man. You ain't even going to fucking know what's happening, man. You're going to be fucking shitting and losing your mind, man. Check this shit out. What did I tell you, boys? Just as planned. Never going so according to Kai Keku. Ricard can't help but gain agility. I wonder why he's gaining so much agility these days, now I'm thinking about it. It's like that meme where the person's in the fortune teller booth. I think it's the Goblin Slayer is the one I like. And she's like, I see you in the future and dead goblins. Man, that's a lot of dead goblins as it zooms in on his face. And the fortune teller's like, I see you gaining agility. Why are you gaining so much agility? We're on the last floor. Good for us. We fought the quote-unquote boss fight. There are 2 of them, the Emperor's Shade and the Sergeants. Really bad name for a band, now I'm thinking about it. Let's put crowd in the front row, now that we're thinking about it. Boosh, boosh. Alright. Okay. Okay. Well, I know how to deal with your kind these days. As long as my Hermes shoes hold up. My Hermes shoes can take it. Just berserk him. Blinks all around. Soften them up. Haste 8. Alright, Gus, please live long. Okay, good. He lived long enough that he'll be able to cast Blink now. Everybody wins. And by everybody, I mean Furion. He represents the whole team when we're walking on the overworld map, so his win is everybody's win. Alright. You're gonna cure. You're gonna cure. And you're gonna cure. Just in case. Boosh. 14 hits for 2010, son. That was like fucking 20-something years in the future when this game came out. Think about it. Gus should get his limit break now. Or his desperation attack. It won't be till Final Fantasy VI that we get to see quote-unquote limit breaks. So you kids write that down on your calendar. You're like, okay, if I'm still alive in 2075 when you start playing Final Fantasy VI for your fucking YouTube channel, I'll be sure to be there. Or my consciousness in our fucking robot. I didn't even equip the dragon armor. It just hit me. I was like, I hope I get more dragon armor to put on. And then I sat there for a second and I was like, who's wearing the current one? A dragon armor. Okay. I'm glad we got another one of them fights. The dragon armor, not only is it good shit, boosh, but it defends against the 4 main elements. Fire, lightning, ice, and poison. Gus is doing such a good job of getting the shit beat out of him that I guess we'll actually put it on him. Unfortunately, unequipping the white robe does take away the spirit buff it was giving him. He's still got fucking 85 spirit, though. What about you? 99. He maxed that shit out. He's got 99 spirit, and his agility ain't 1 because it's much higher than that. Her intellect's going up pretty good today. We should check Ricard's stats because they matter so much, specifically at this moment. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay. Oh, wait, shit. We need to heal. If I get in a fight with another pair of them, we're not going to do good in our current condition. Even with the power of determination. That's what I should do. Instead of calling this shit Returned by Death or Bites the Dust or some other fucking anime shit that half of you probably don't get, I should call it the power of determination. Because I know all of you probably played Undertale or at least know of Undertale. You're like, that's the game Sans Undertale originated in it? My favorite Smash Brothers character. Doing another one of my secret save states in the darkness. Okay. Let's see if we can go talk to the Dark Knight before we get in another battle. I was stopping to be like, did I equip the dragon armor? Okay, we made it all the way over here. Before I talk to the Dark Knight, I like to take any dragoons in my party and strip them asshole naked as well. It's just another one of my little traditions. Don't question it. Okay, out of all these things, the ice shield... And is it the unicorn horn or the diamond gloves are more valuable? Well, unicorn horns are dropped by enemies, and plus we've got a fucking 100 of them. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, Maria can hold something. Here, Maria, you're now a sword lady. I mean, she could be. I could start attacking shit right now with her. And that'll get me this. Okay. Let's talk to the Dark Knight. Oh, I forgot if this was a big reveal or not, but the Dark Knight that's been working with the Emperor is Maria's brother Leon. Remember him from school? So he's trying to fill the power vacuum that's left by the Emperor's death. Maria, you're not generic white sprite here. You have purple shirt on. You're like Little Mac when he changes shorts mid-fight sometimes. Yeah, why, Leon? Oh no, he's got Virgil from Devil May Cry syndrome. He just believes in power. So, funny thing, remember when we killed the Emperor and sent him to hell where he belonged? Well, it turns out that he decided instead of letting Satan just kick him in the dick for eternity, that he was going to take over hell and return back to the living world to continue conquering it. The man had such hate in his heart. Everyone's wearing a Slade, the Deathstroke, the Punisher mask. He ran over there and socked the Emperor right in the fucking gob, is what he did. Son, I like to think he just full bore sprint tackled him. So, we escaped on the last Wyvern, thanks to Ricard, who unfortunately blew up. Maria had time to change back into her bleached clothes. Son, we're giving her all the lore. Everyone's dead. Wait till we get to Final Fantasy IV. Leon's like, whatever. I guess I'll be in the party now, God. Gee whiz. Now, in the original Japanese, his name is Leonhardt. And I wonder if any edgy, emo, future Final Fantasy boys might have taken on that dark aspect of his personality and have a last name as an homage to him. Maybe we'll find out someday. Alright, well, here's the thing. Let's get to the overworld map, because I like that music better. Have you got anything to say now? They're like, man, where are we sending? We got to send him to heaven. It's the only thing that can kill the Emperor is Jesus. So all of that happened. We lost Ricard the Dragoon, which is sad, the final Dragoon. But look at that, boys. We finally have the group back together. Boy, the gang's all here. So Leon is the fourth party member. We don't have to worry about him leaving or anything. Luckily, he comes with a bunch of skills because they knew that it would be really cruel to force you to grind him up for level 1, like Cloud Strife and Final Fantasy Tactics. And plus, he was the Dark Knight of the Emperor, so I assume he would, had to be somewhat powerful. But what's this guy wearing? What kind of threads you got on you, son? Flame sword, diamond helm, diamond gloves, poison axe, and diamond armor. Boys, that's real neat. Nobody told him that dual wielding doesn't work. So we're just going to make him our secondary sword boy. Because if we pick a class for him, because remember we've got Paladin, Red Mage, Black Mage, White Mage, quote-unquote thief, Monk, quote-unquote white mage with a little splash of red in there. So since Leon declared himself the Dark Knight, and that is a Final Fantasy job class, kind of in 3, and then in 4, it's a big fucking deal. So he's a Dark Knight. He's just going to melee with swords and axes and spears, whatever the hell we want to give him. There's really no need to try to train him in magic, although we will teach him some utility spells. So the moral of the story is we will give him, for now, the Defender Sword that we found. Oh, wait, I forgot Maria's holding that for him. She's like, here, take this defense-enhancing sword, Oni-chan. It's not like I made it for you or anything, specifically, Baka. He's like, oh god, I miss being in the Empire. Alright, as for his head, I know we've got this gold hairpin. Who's wearing an actual helmet? Gus? He's got the gold hairpin. You've got the twist headband. And you've got a gold hairpin, alright. We don't have any helmets. We're not really a helmet kind of party. We probably want to get him some damn... Well, no, I'm not going to bother getting him thief gloves. I do want to put the dragon armor on him for now that Gus is wearing. So we could give him... let's give him the power armor. That's right. Why take that from Gus? Gus just looked at me real sad and started slowly undressing to give me that armor. And I was like, no, Gus, my God. Just keep it on. Jesus fucking Christ. Every day with this guy. Do we want to give him the flame shield to represent the fiery passion of hate that burns within him? Or do we want to give him... Excuse me, I forgot that Maria Oni-chan. Or I don't know what the word is for younger sibling. How come that never comes up in fucking anime? It's like the opposite of senpai. It's a term you never hear in anime. Or you could equip the ice shield, so the icy hate in my heart can be felt. They both work so good for him, when you think about it. We're probably going to get hit with more fire attacks, walking down into hell to fight the Emperor. So we'll let him hold that for now. You can hold the Thunder Spear, because he could actually fucking use the thing if we wanted him to. And the Unicorn Horn would probably be the most useful backup item for our boy. I'm going to teach him Flash, the first spell he learned. If I had a Death Scroll, I would give him that. I too possess the power of an old 80s wrestler. Okay, and remember, we got him an Osmos book. Talk about spoiled. Flare and Osmos were the first two spells he learned. He truly is spoiled. Oh, we have a diamond helmet. Why didn't anyone point that out? We're not worried about his evasion at all. He's going to be our Dark Knight, so we're putting heavy fucking shit on him. If he went back in time and was told about how he interrupted his own birth and has to get back to the future, he'd be like, that's some heavy shit. All right, how is everything else doing inventory-wise? What are we going to keep? You here, you here. All right, we're going to sell... We're not going to sell the white robe. It's too rare and valuable. In fact, no, Maria's got the black robe on. We could give the white robe to Furion, although the dragon armor is too good. We just have to carry it. It's like the Crescent Sword. We just can't get rid of it. As much as I've played JRPGs in my life, I still haven't broken myself of the need to hoard items like this. Okay, alright. Okay, it's good. There's really no reason to keep the flame sword. This diamond armor. Is that better? The power armor will help him do more damage, but the diamond armor will keep him alive, yeah. Don't worry, we'll hoard power armor. You don't have to worry about it going anywhere. God forbid I have empty inventory spaces. Of course, we're going into the final dungeon. So, and there is good treasure in there, but it's not like we're going to be carrying it around with us. So, oh god, it hurts. I know what I'll do. I've just thought of the perfect fucking scheme to get around this nonsense that y'all keep putting me through by guilting me into hoarding items. You're like, yeah, it's our fault, Uncle Tenfey. You got us. Okay, yeah, we don't need to hoard that gold hairpin or anything like that. Yeah. Okay, here's the scheme. We're gonna save in slot 3. Which one do we want to save over? I don't remember which ones we need in case I fuck up and have to go back. We can look at people's like stat values. All right, we're gonna save this slot in slot 4. Cool, and then we're gonna go into town. First, we have the fight. Leon's got to show us that he's real good at fight. It's so nice to see his sprite down there again. Very similar to Furion's, just with a different color scheme. I like it. It's very practical. Okay, you fight that thing. You blow one of them up. You blow one of them up. And you kill that thing. Damn, I thought Furion would fucking one-shot that thing. Okay, they're confusing the party. Da-da-da. Everybody's have fun. I'm just holding the left trigger down. I'm not mad. I'm not owned. Okay, Jesus, what a fucking unnecessary mess of a turn that was. Alright, you're immediately trying to murder your little sister. Classic Dark Knight Oni-chan Leon behavior. God almighty, talk about dragging out a random fucking encounter. Okay, they continue to be confused. So let's just finish the fight, Maria. They're trying to stop me from getting to the store to vendor all these rare items. They're like, you fool! Look at that good stats and shit we got. And Aura Drain Mithril. Another one of our favorite attacks. Drain is a good spell to teach a fucking Dark Knight. It's like a genuine Dark Knight spell too. Talk about lucky. Okay, now that we took one step and got shit kicked out of us, let's continue on. Yes, sir. The Aura Scrolls. Have we taught Aura to anyone that would ever give a shit about? I'm not going to teach it to Leon because it's a black magic or a white magic spell, son. He's too busy LARPing as the Dark Knight. I don't even want to teach him Cure or Life or anything. It goes so against his motive. Maybe we'll trick him into learning those spells. That's right. See, we're like, here, learn Aura. He's like, isn't that a white magic spell? I'm like, no, it's what Jadarakujo yells when he's like punching people. And he's like, he is one of the most badass anime characters. He is in my Dakimakura rotation, so I'll accept it. I didn't realize that Leon was going to have this edgelord characterization when he joined, son. That's organic Tenfey storytelling. I think I'm starting to lose my voice from recording this game for 2 or 3 hours a day for so long. Have y'all noticed it cracking here towards the end? Here, let's take Leon to the bed so that hips can start moving on their own. And then while we're sleeping, I'll take a sip of water. Sorry, my sip turned into 2 swigs. Okay. We've been revitalized. Gonna sell a bunch of shit out of my inventory. Here, have this power armor and this flame sword and these diamond gloves and this diamond helmet and this poison axe and this gold hairpin and this aura scroll and this mithril helmet. Actually, I don't need this ice bow right now. But spoilers, the best bow in the game is in the final dungeon. Who could have guessed? I don't need this. I don't need this. Okay, we did it. I managed to get rid of everything I possibly could without having a psychotic break. The reason we're keeping the things we're keeping is the crescent sword is just for what's the word I'm looking for? Sentimental reasons, and the flame shield is a way to get ice resistance. And there are battles in the final dungeon where we're going to want certain resistances. Okay, resistance is not futile, son. We're like Hugh. All right, what are we going to teach our boy, our growing boy? Fire magic, thunder magic, blizzard magic, cure magic. Wait, Aura must be a black magic spell. Look at the tomes are different. The Aura tome... Oh no, they look the same in your inventory. They're only different at the store. That sucks. Fire. Blizzard. Thunder. He's going to summon Captain Planet. Dark Captain Planet. Look, it's a cure spell. Like your favorite band. He's like, you know I'm no longer into the Cure. You know that I've been welcomed to the Black Parade by my new favorite band. I don't believe he needs any of that. Could teach Fury and Holy for fun. I could try to... Well, no, we can't really do the swap trick with Leon because there's no low-level enemies anymore. Like, the entire world has been overrun. If we went inside, like, the Mithril Mines from the beginning of the game, there'd probably be some weak enemies, but I think we'll be alright. We'll get him a little bit of MP. Okay, yeah, he's going to want life and warp and teleport. Excellent. When I unsheath my katana sword, I can be sure to teleport behind the enemy. He wants fear. You know I'm going to have to teach it to him. You're getting Asuna and Basuna, sir. That's your punishment. for being so ornery at the magic store. Basuna. Asuna. Fear. Teleport. Warp. Life. Okay, he might have enough magic now, just enough to tide him over. Here you go, sir. Let's get that magic sorted. Not you, Furion. Furion just sadly lowers his head and sulks off into his bedroom. Like that episode of Dexter's Lab where Dexter's mom kept saying she needed stuff done, and then whenever her husband, Dexter's dad, would pop up with a big smile on his face, she would always have to say, "Not you, honey." And he would so sadly slink off. Let's see. If we were going to level anything with this boy, it would be Drain. Because that is I consider that the Dark Knight spell. I think in Final Fantasy 11, they can even cast fucking Drain. Can you imagine it? Okay, life is, of course, way at the bottom. He's like, my most hated enemy. My most hated thing is on the bottom of the spell list. Okay. So with all this money left burning a fucking hole in our pocket, we could load up on consumables. I'm actually going to take some precautionary items with us. So let's see. We've got that one gold needle. So let's take a single mallet and no, cross doesn't. Well, we can cure. No, we need to take a maiden's kiss, not a mallet. No, stop. I'm trying to sell you this back. He made the best easy 1,000 gil. In case everyone who can cure frog gets turned into one. In case we all suddenly hear frogs. Phoenix down. Everyone knows life. So the only time that would be useful is if we were out of battle, one person was left alive and they had no MP. So we're not going to buy that. Let's just get as many elixirs as we can. That'll tide us over. And then apply a few ethers. With Osmos, we don't really need them, but, I mean, what else are we going to do? If we get to any treasure chest we need to open, I mean, that'll be the first thing that we could just throw away. So put our curative items down here. Do that and that. Alright, what's everybody holding on to these days? We got to hold on to what we've got. Oh yeah, she's still got that ice sword in her hand. We can go ahead and vendor that. She was hiding more vendor garbage for me to sell. Unicorn horn and elixir. Still good. You got that damn Saint Spirit item that we're never going to use. Well, I just need to remember to use it in a fight to get rid of it. And then we can have him hold an elixir or something. I don't know. What are you holding on to? Yeah, thunder and unicorn horn. Oh, you'll notice we put the sword in Leon's left hand and his shield in his right. That's because, like all the coolest Final Fantasy characters, Leon is left-handed. I got an ice sword for you. And it's a pretty nice sword, too. Now that I'm saying it out loud. Alright, we did our last big final shopping trip. Well, I say that. Now we can save over slot 1. Boom. And see if we ever feel like we have to have those items sitting in our inventory again, I can load slot 4. That's my scheme. I'm going to get Leon some MP because, you know, we want to be able to restore it. So a handful of fights. Maria Oni-chan will do a good job of sucking all the MP out of her big brother. And then he'll get her MP up. Boosh. MP absorbed. That Pit Fiend thought that was awesome. Getting crit punched for 666. when we send him back to hell to talk to the Emperor before we get down there and kick the Emperor's ass, he's going to be bragging the best. Of course you're blinded. The best part about him being blinded is that he won't gain fucking stats at the end of the fight because it's a permanent status effect. Which, there you go. Luckily he didn't finish the enemy off. Alright. Here is the new plan. We got to get blind off of that boy. It's like somebody playing Link to the Past for the first time. So when you get to that blind the thief fight, it's some serious shit. He don't fuck around. Cure everybody for fun. You get blind off of Leon. And Leon, this is a good chance to level your dream. I mean, you can't level his dream mag, he has no MP. Just attack Gus. When in doubt, just attack Gus. Oh no, he might kill Gus now. He's like, the only way to prove my strength was to fight my greatest foe, Gustafer. And Gus, like, breaks his character of, like, talking in a very simple voice and is like, you know, my name's not Gustafer, right? It's short for Gustav. Only one man could have the Holy Hands. Holy Hands Gustavo. And you were supposed to die. And dead. Okay. Leon's gonna have like 10 MP after this fight. Talk about spoiled. Yes, sir. Well, damn. I guess he does have in-game stats, so his M power's 33. So, yeah. Alright, let's go to bed. He shoots right out of my way now that I don't have time of day to talk to him. Should have stuck to your job. Being a literal NPC in a video game. Okay. A quick save. We're going to get Leon at least 100 MP. It was the plan at the very least. Alright, I realize this fight might not be as straightforward as I want it to be. So, let's start out by having crowd work together to kill the enemy. It's a good thing. Mainly, I don't want to get blind cast on me again. Oh, look! Right to start with! Well, at least it was a single target on Furion, but I'm still mad. And that's the important part. Holy 8. Okay, now that that's fucking happening, I think Leon can kill that pit fiend by himself. So you cast Flare on that. You cast Holy on that, and you finish off that. All burned up. Your fire could never rage harder than the fire that burns inside me. Thanks for blinding me to justice. God almighty. What a tedious mess. I'm going to go to a different town where there's less annoying enemies standing outside of it before I start trying to raise Leon's MP anymore. Christ. Furion someday may come out of his paralyzation, but we don't know when that'll be. It's a distant memory of the future. There, thank God. I can see. I can fight. You didn't think the true TMVA Final Fantasy II experience doesn't start until Leon joins the party at the end of the game to become best character. Can you get Furion out of being paralyzed? Will the unicorn horn do that? He's blazing. 16 Blaze the Cats. That might be too many. Even I might say that's too many Blaze the Cats to have at one time. Now, 7 or 8 Lieutenant Maressas. That's the mature adult's choice, son. That's when you graduated from being a boy to being a man. Okay, we're finally ready to finish the fight. Of course, these are the only 2 towns in the game, aren't they? Has Salaman, Joseph's hometown, been blown up by the cyclone? Like all the other low-level towns are? Let's go find out. Because otherwise, we'd have to stay in the town, Finn, right here. But unfortunately, you keep getting in fights with those groups of magic users. They're so annoying that I had glottal error when talking about them. Okay, no, Salaman's still here. The cool town. Hey, guys. What do y'all stand around and talk about these days? It is nice that the NPCs update their dialogue based on world events. Final Fantasy 1 didn't have that. Whenever you talk to someone, the little box would appear and go, wee! And then they'd be like, Garland was a good knight, and then he was bad. And then the box goes, whoa! A classic impression of Final Fantasy 1's UI. Leon is gaining MP like a sprout, son. He's a growing boy. My magic pool can never grow larger than my hate. Okay, that's like a normal-ass group of enemies I can deal with. I was about to say, can he osmose himself? I don't know if he can. Hey, what? Back the fuck up. You're in charge of... Well, no, you're not going to hit as hard as his fucking little sister will, unfortunately. Because you don't know Leon Oni-chan is good, so... Tell you what, you can blow up the bomb with Holy. The Holy Bomb, he calls it. Gus tried. What can you do? What more could you possibly ask for? Than for Gus to give it the old college try, as they say. Just for fun, let's stab him with the Thunder Spear. And done. Alright. 104. And that'll tide him over. For just a little bit. Just to cast a couple of level 1 drains. Remember, as long as he has 1 MP and a target, he can cast Osmose. And he can Osmose party members if you need to. That's the beauty of Final Fantasy 2. Even your party members can be the targets of your ire. Lord have mercy, there's too many of you in that group. Alright, here's how we're going to deal with this crowd. Firion, you killed that one. Maria, you killed that one. Gustavo will kill that one. And then my boy Leon. Hey, why am I even bringing up his magic menu? He should work on getting rid of this captain. We've got to watch their fucking spell animations for 2 hours. Dead. Yes, we know, ice. It's very scary. That one knew what was up. Fuck. I could just see him now. He had to like lift up his fucking robe like a skirt and just his barefoot and legs running away through the marsh. He's like, fuck this shit. I didn't bust my ass in magic school to get the shit kicked out of me by some plucky anime youths. Yeah, the sergeants know too. It's very empowering to have these once intimidating enemies flee at the sight of you. Good God, Thunderlance Leon came swinging. I mean, we could just leave that on him. There's powerful lances in the final dungeon as well to choose from. But the thing is, swords are still the most best. In fact, there's a couple of swords we need to pick up before we head into the final dungeon, now that we're almost finished with Leon's MP growth adventure. Dead. You was almost a toad. Well, you know we got to teach that to Leon. He's like, I don't want to learn your frogomancy. We're like, no. It's a black magic spell. You know, toad. Like a familiar, like Neville Longbottom. He's like, yes, truly the most misunderstood Harry Potter character. I will learn your Garopo. Okay. Let's go get our free swords and shit that we're owed for being the main characters. I mean, this is the point of the end game, so the whole world is open to us. But in Final Fantasy 2, there's like not a lot of places you would really want to visit for fun. And the ones you would have been all blowed up. Alright, we want to head to Castle Deist. Does anyone remember where that is? Bring up the map. That's Castle Kashan, I believe. Okay, Castle Deist is north on that island. We ain't been there in 100 years. Remember when we left that lady, the Last Dragoon widower or whatever? We have to go tell her that Ricard died. We're like, hey, you know the Last Dragoon? They're like, oh yeah, we put all of our faith and hope of our civilization in him. I'm like, well, he's deader than a fucking conch, but we got this guy now. What do you got to say, little buddy? Why isn't that Dragoon man with you guys? Oh, Lord. Do you know about Palamecia? Do you know about Dragoons? He doesn't. What do you got to say, man? Ricard's gone. Alright, if we ask her about Dragoons. So they're going to leave. Son. So we got the ultimate Dragoon weapon, the Excalibur. Who am I to say a Dragoon couldn't use the Excalibur? If you have the Excalibur 2 and Kane's the Dragon Hair in Final Fantasy 9, you should be able to fuse them together into Freya's ultimate weapon, the Excalibur Lance. It's canon now. Somebody better mod Final Fantasy 9 so that that's in it. The Excalibur is a real good sword. So let's give that... I guess let's give it to Furion for now. Boosh. So you know how enemies have weaknesses to certain things? Like the fire sword hurt fire weak enemies? Well, I believe the Excalibur has like every enemy's weakness baked into it. That's how it was in Final Fantasy 1 at the very least. Okay, so we can give you the Sun Sword. And that means we could... give you back your Thunder Lance. It is a shame if nobody has the Defender equipped because it does raise your evasion. Which is my excuse for why it goes into the Hoarder pile of items. Okay, so we got one of our free swords. We wrote some Final Fantasy IX fan fiction. Oh, this town's still here too. Well, we might as well pop in and see what crowd's got to say. They're like, please, you have to stop the Dreadnought's construction. I'm like, boys, you're way behind. Great job. Thanks for see, I like this place. They remember that we're the heroes and we've already saved the day. Good times. I'm gonna go to bed here. Okay. We're regenerated. We got one more stash of loot. That's ours. Look, both boats are parked there. Cool. I don't know why that's so funny to me. I'm like, hey, you fellow kids. What's cooler than 2 sailboats? Alright, if we go talk to Paul one more time. Paul, ain't you stole some good shit we can have? He's so hard to talk to. Variance, promise you'll come back safe. Palamecia. No. Cyclone. No. Excuse me, I need to get into your, like, secret closet. Can I just go in there? I don't exactly remember where it is. Nothing out of the ordinary. See? Why can't I talk to the corner of your bedroom? Why are you not giving me good shit? Maybe I need to talk to Hilda and Gordon. Oh, I know why. I have to talk to Hilda and Gordon so they could tell me about the Jade Passage. And then Paul will acknowledge that we can have good shit. Out of my way, people. Can't you see I'm a man on a mission with a somewhat patched in dash feature? Alright, Hilda. Hails from the world, from Jade Passage. What can you tell me about this Temple of the Ancients? It's near Mysidia. Well, gee whiz, thanks. Hey, Layla, I see you made yourself at home in the throne room. Sold his soul to the devil. A narrow strait east of Mysidia. That area is the Jade Sea. Well, the Jade Passage seems like the kind of place that would be real near the Jade Sea. Pandemonium, the fortress of the Lord of Hell. Kishun Myths say that the portal to Hell is near Mysidia. I think you crowd just don't like Mysidia. Every time something bad happens, you bring that place up. Alright, now that we're in endgame state. Paul, I'm not going to do this again. The good shit's coming out of that house with me, one way or the other. Can't click on him. There we go. You're supposed to... What is this happening? He has a secret stash here in his house. Am I supposed to use an item on it? I don't have like any special paw keys. The wyvern? Can you climb in through there? The crystal rod. Alright, something's fucking up that I can't do this. Hold on, let me consult these ancient texts for just a moment so that I can know what the hell's going on. Visit Finn, speaking to Paul of the Cyclone. He will give you access to his hidden treasure. So does he not do it unless the Cyclone is currently attacking? We must have just missed our opportunity to get the good shit out of Paul's secret thing. It seems like when we first came in here while the Cyclone had appeared, we had to like ask him about it then. And I guess if you don't, the game just won't let you. So the reason I'm mad is one of the treasures in there was the second blood sword of the two that exist in the game, which I was going to give to Leon for the end game, but I guess that dream's dead. That's fucking crazy. Oh well, you live and learn. I think that we've got enough busted shit as it is that I can't really complain, even though I really want to.